Hello my dear students, welcome to SR English ICSE tutorial. In today's class, as you can see from the video, that I have tried to make some presentation sort of thing of the historical background of Rome. That is your play Julius Caesar. It is starting from the part where it is starting just before what had happened. We see Julius Caesar returning from battle, why that battle took place. These things I want to make it clear to you. So I'll explain you the historical background, means why we from Act 1, Scene 1 we came to know that Julius Caesar defeated Pompey and his sons. So why he needed to defeat him, why there was a battle, why people of Rome were afraid of a tyrant, that Caesar will become a tyrant, why they are afraid of monarchy. So these things in today's tutorial I will discuss with you all. So as you can see, I have tried to make a presentation sort of a thing with just my pen and marker. Hope it will be useful to you. So let's start. So this is Rome in 6th century. The picture of Rome, it is the period 6th century, when there was a king called Tarquin the Proud, who ruled. He was an brutal, a tyrant ruler, a king, and he had his own council called King's Council. This much is clear. So Rome in 6th century BC was under monarchy, under a king Tarquin, who was not at all a benevolent king. He was rather brutal, tyrant, dominant, and kept Romans as his slave. And he has his own council, so everything was decided by him only. Next year, under the leadership of Lucius Junius Brutus, this Brutus is ancestor of Marcus Brutus. That is Brutus that we see in the play. So this man is actually the ancestor of our Brutus. Under his leadership, people got disposed. Tarquin, he defeated Tarquin and got rid of him. Rome got rid of Tarquin. And then a republic was established, a government was formed, two consuls formed this republic. Now what are these two consuls? Two consuls are nothing but two people forming the government. And this king's council was also dissolved and a senate was formed. Now these two councils acted on the advice of senate. Now if you imagine our democracy, so this senate house is sort of a parliament, and these two consuls, you can say, are like prime minister and president. Okay. Now these two people, again, they fought amongst themselves. They could not rule properly. They became weak. Okay. Next, here we have something called tribunes. Tribunes are magistrates who again kept a watch over senate working of the senate. Now these two consuls, they came out to be weak rulers. Okay, they could not rule Rome properly. So again, these two consuls were dissolved, powers were taken from them, and then a triumvirate means three rulers forming the government. Triumvirate was formed, and the three people who formed the triumvirate were Pompey, Crassus, and Julius Caesar. So these three people who formed the triumvirate were Pompey, Crassus, Marcus Crassus, and Julius Caesar. Now Marcus Crassus, this person, now these three people, whole Rome and its provinces were divided among these three people, these three rulers. Pompey had some portion of the Rome, Crassus ruled some portion of Rome, Caesar took control over some portion of Rome. So the provinces of Rome were divided into, were distributed among these three rulers. Now what happened is, this person Crassus, he was killed in the battle that he was fighting with Parthians. In this battle he was killed. Now what happened? Pompey and Caesar, they wanted to take over the province which Crassus ruled, the parts of Rome which were under Crassus. Now both of them were not coming to, both Pompey and Caesar were not coming on some common terms. They were always at disagreement. They wanted this part that Crassus ruled, that part of Rome. Now what happened, as it remained undecided, so a civil war broke out between Pompey and Caesar to capture the provinces ruled by Crassus, who is now dead. Now in battle of Pharsalia, then this battle took place, this civil war, it was fought at Pharsalia. It is known as Battle of Pharsalia, where Caesar defeated Pompey and his two sons. I hope this picture is clear. Caesar defeated Pompey and his two sons. Now Caesar, he is alone. Crassus was killed. Now Pompey and his sons were killed. Now Pompey, because his sons were also killed, now his sons cannot take his post or designation. No one is there to take Pompey's place. Now Caesar, as Caesar is victorious, he defeated Pompey and he is now victorious. So Caesar became, you can say, absolute power. Now Caesar became absolute power and he came back to Rome. Now this part is where your play opens, with Caesar's return from his victory from the battle of Pharsalia. Now the question is, people of Rome were not happy with Caesar's return. Though Caesar was very kind, very benevolent, he was he was not an autocratic ruler, but Caesar was very popular. He was brave, successful, generous, and the citizens loved him. But some of the senators and aristocracy were afraid that he would become a tyrant like Tarquin and make slaves of the people. Now, chief among these senators were Brutus, who was descendant of Lucius Junius Brutus, and Cassius. Now, because Rome, as you know, I have told you this previously, I showed you this person, Tarquin. They were afraid that after coming to power, Caesar will also become a tyrant or an autocratic ruler like Tarquin. So, they wanted to get rid of him, and again, they wanted to establish democracy. They did not want Caesar to have absolute power. So, this is how the play continues, where Brutus, Cassius, they plan to get rid of Caesar by murdering him, and hence what you have read, or those who will be starting Caesar in class 9. So I think this historical background will help you a lot to get an idea from where your play, your book, Act 1, Scene 1, that drama is starting. The continuation, after this the play actually is the continuation with Act 1, Scene 1. Hope this video is helpful, and if you think this is helpful, please share it with your friend, and if you have any question, have any doubt, please write me in the comment box. I will try to help you out, and If you want to get more videos like this, do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.